So when it comes to your specific product getting its very first click all the way to its 10,000th click, the number one thing that actually determines and dictates whether or not someone actually clicks on your product or not is going to be the first product image. And with that being said, what you will also notice is that product images who have a lot of impressions or clicks from real customers are going to be the images that actually are good. And specifically more than that, the ones that actually convert to an actual sale are going to have supporting images after the person clicks on their listing, gets to their listing. The supporting images actually evoke human emotions and specifically deal with human psychology to actually convert the customer to buy the product. Now there are specific things that you have to have in your product images if you really want to be successful on Amazon and not just get clicks, but furthermore, actual sales and helping the customer actually buy your product. If you are simply relying on your listing text and your listing copy to convert the customer, then you are leaving money on the table because the customer cannot see themselves being persuaded by your pictures and actually envision themselves making that purchase and using your product, then you're not going to get the sale. Now, the most powerful thing that you can do through persuasive techniques in your professional pictures and through psychology is actually getting a person who was on the fence about buying a product in the first place, getting the initial click, taking them to your listing, and with the supporting product pictures, you're actually convincing them through those pictures to actually buy a product that they were not going to buy. Now in this video, I'm going to be going over all of these specific and major elements that you have to have in your first product picture and in your supporting product pictures to actually allow yourself to walk the customer through the buying process so that they can see as the intended customer that this product is for them and ultimately make the purchase and buy your product. This is very, very important. And if you skip any of the steps, then you will not have the highest conversion rate possible and you will be simply getting clicks and not actually getting actual sales by the customer because they cannot see themselves using this product for them. That is very important. So with that being said, let's get into it. If you're getting any value out of this video, then hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing down below because one, it's free, and second, I release multiple step-by-step videos every single week for you guys. Okay, so we're on Amazon.com, and specifically what I want to show you guys is specific products that have really good product pictures as the first image and supporting pictures that actually help and give the customer an idea of how to use the product, what the intended use is, the innovation, and ultimately it's going to walk them down the entire process of understanding what the product is and ultimately buying the product. So with that being said, the product that we're going to be looking at today is under the keyword touchscreen outdoor gloves. And specifically what this is, it's an outdoor glove that allows you to use your touchscreen phone while wearing the glove. Very simple, but the way that he portrays this bestseller right here, we have this guy, so all of these first product pictures are actually touchscreen compatible, but the fact that he has this simple graphic that allows you to actually envision you wearing this glove and using your phone actually sees to human emotion and allows you to actually know that this product will work for you, because the fact that he showed it working through a very simple picture actually now you don't have to actually question that. Even though the other ones say it, they don't actually showcase it. And so it's very, very important. You want to be showcasing exactly how to use your product in this first picture if possible. Now, it may not always be possible, but he did a very easy and simple job. This was a simple graphic that he added onto the product, and he obviously it's on the white background, but once again, it really goes to show that he went above and beyond and thought about exactly what he wanted to portray. And so now we have the first picture. Now, if we look onto the second picture, we can see an actual lifestyle picture of the product being used. So we want to be showing the intended use of the product and the innovation in the second picture. So once again, we have the innovation was already shown in the first picture, but in the second picture, once again, he has a touchscreen graphic right here, and he shows himself actually utilizing the product and using it with the gloves on using your smartphone. And so what he really did a well job was in the second picture, he showed the actual product in use. And even though it was very obvious what the product is doing and what its intended use is, him actually showing someone doing it does a lot to actually convince the customer that this product works. And so once the customer can actually see someone else using the product, it does a lot in the mindset of actually converting them to buy the product. that is proven, and it is very, very essential that you have a lifestyle picture of someone using the product. And specifically, what I would have done above and beyond is show the actual smiling human using the product, something to that extent, because you want to actually show a face. And if you can show a face smiling, that does even more in terms of actually converting the customer to buy. So keep that in mind and utilize it if you actually can for your product. It won't be for every product, but for most products you can actually do that, and you will get a better conversion out of that. So the first picture shows what the product is. The second picture shows how to use the product and the specific innovation. And the third picture, we're showing the specific quality of the product, the materials involved, and specifically the quality is very, very high. You're showcasing that in the third picture. So for the third picture, we have insulated polar fleece, lengthened knitted cuff. And so they're showing these specific materials that are involved in making this product. They're showing how it will actually be warm. If you're outside and you're wearing this product, you're not going to be cold. You can use it for, specific weathers that are cold, wherever it is. It is a very high quality makeup, and they're doing a very good job. They could have even went further and actually talked about maybe they use, they do say polar fleece, or maybe they use polar fleece along with cotton or whatever it is. You want to be showcasing the specific materials that you're using and showcasing it in a light that actually is going to paint the picture of what the intended customer. Let's say the intended customer for this is going to be using it in windy/cold environments. Then you would paint the materials that you're using in that light. Whereas if it's supposed to be a product that's going to be used in the summer, then you want to be it's very light, it's airy, it's breathable, whatever it is, you're going to be painting a specific picture to whoever your intended customer is. That is very, very important that we're showing the quality, materials, and painting it in a specific light for our intended customer. Now, in this fourth picture, he has another innovation. So in this specific picture, we can see that the product is waterproof and it is basically windproof. And so he shows himself pouring water, and you can easily see that the water is rebounding off of this glove, which is going to do very well in terms of, let's say you can use it for rain weather, whatever it is. You can easily see yourself not having a soaked glove, and so that specifically because this glove talks about it being waterproof, now you don't have to go to any other gloves and you don't have to go keep searching because this one already says it. And since other people are not saying that specifically, then you're going to be forced to buy this product. And so once you can go on with your innovations and really showcase everything that your product has, all the innovations, how it's really going to help your intended customer, that is when you really have a very strong supporting product images to go along with your first product images that are ultimately going to really result in the customer being forced to buy your product because your product expressed X, Y, and Z. All my needs are going to be met by this product. And so he did an amazing job through the product picture. We can even see the different layers he has: a water resistance fabric, a waterproof membrane, a warm polar fleece. So you have multiple levels of what this glove is, and ultimately this is another innovation. And so there's no specific set order that you have to have the product images in. As we see here, he has the first image, he has the lifestyle, then he has the materials and the innovation. Now what I personally like to do is have the first picture, then I would like to see an innovation like this one, and then you would see another innovation, and then the lifestyle a little bit further down. As you see here, he has a fifth lifestyle, or his fifth photo is a second lifestyle. But once again, there's no specific order that you have to have the product pictures in, as long as you're covering all the bases and really selling everything that your product has, how it's really going to solve all the customers' problems through all your innovation, and how your product is really better than everybody else's through the product picture. Now, with that being said, we have an actual lifestyle. So he showcases this product in his fifth photo of someone working out in the gym using it, someone running with it, someone, on their motorcycle, and someone in, their car on a cold winter day. He showcases all the different intended customers, and specifically you want to be very specific, but once again, for this product, it's a little bit more broad, so you can actually name a couple intended customers, but for your specific product, you may have one specific intended customer, and the more you can niche down into that intended customer, the better it's going to be for actually converting people. And specifically for that is because maybe someone who works out in the gym may not actually want these gloves, or someone who's driving, it wouldn't really be the best fit for that. But once again, these are more for people who are outdoors, such as the runner and the motorcycle guy, because they're cold gloves for windy days, for raining, whatever it is. They're very specific. And so he could have done a better job. But once again, he's being more encompassing of everybody, which is a tactic, but what I recommend is that you really niche down and you identify your customer and really paint a picture towards selling it to them. And now in the sixth photo, we can see that he has the actual size and the diameter. Now this is very important specifically for this product. For most products, you may not have this, but if you want to have a product that has multiple sizes, which I don't really recommend because you could have a lot of returns or a lot of sizes that don't sell out, such as extra large or extra small. It's always going to be a middle ground on what actually sells. And so once again, though, for this product, it's very essential that you do have a size chart, and it's very simple graphic. He could have went a little bit more professional with this, but once again, it's not a bad job. And then in the very last photo, he actually has another size image. Now, this is very specific and it's very important because a lot of people will not have the actual dimensions and the actual sizes, and if they do, they don't have an actual picture of it. And once a person can actually see themselves and how big the actual item is in comparison to something else, such as a smartphone in this case, then it does a very good job in painting a three-dimensional look of the actual product. Now, the last thing is an actual product video. Now, for this specific bestseller who's selling lots and lots of units, he doesn't even have a video. And so that really shows you how strong specific product pictures can be and actually creating a listing that actually is going to stand out. But at the same time, I really advise you guys get a video because it gives them an actual three-dimensional look of the product. Pictures can only do so much, even though we can see the size and the dimensions and the quality, but once you actually see a video of the product, and it can be a very simple video, just someone putting the gloves on, unboxing them, putting them on, and just showcasing that it's being used. That does a lot, and video has been shown to do a lot in terms of converting the actual product. And some people actually don't even buy products unless there is a specific video that showcases how the product's being used and specifically how the product looks. And so that's very important. Once again, video does not have to be very overdone, but just a simple professional 20 to 30 second product video that you can easily get done is going to be very beneficial in actually converting your potential buyer all the way through the product pictures plus a video and actually buying your product. Now, with all this being said, I'm going to show you a quick example of someone who did not do a very good job. Now, the same exact product, it is a touchscreen outdoor sports glove. Now you can see this first picture. Whether you like the logo design or not, or the actual design of the product is up to you. But once again, we have an okay first picture. I'm not too mad at the first picture, but what we see furthermore is now he has actually a very good second picture where we can actually see ourselves using the actual product. But as we go furthermore, we see that it starts from a light picture to slightly darker, which is a not bad second picture once again. But the third picture, now we're getting a little bit more non-professional looking. We can see that the anti-slip, the S is lowercase, the actual background is very dark, the glove is dark, so it's very hard to see. It just looks a lot cheaper. We can see that these lines versus these lines, the spacing is different, and so there's just a lot of things that he could have done differently. Here again, we have high quality fabric. It just looks very cheap and non-professional, and so once again, we had a very good or an okay first picture, a very good second picture, and then it just got worse and worse. And then it's like he's trying to do a great job, but just the color of the picture, you need to have a specific theme. If you're gonna go with white and bright photos, and then stick with white and bright photos all the way through to the end of the photos. You won't want to switch to go from light to a dark photo. And then he has a size chart, which is okay, but once again, it definitely is not as professional looking as this first one that we had, where everything was a lot more clean and just a simple white background. And so once again, you want to be sticking to a specific color scheme, and so you really want to be nailing your innovations, what the intended use of the product is. You want to be showing a lifestyle picture, preferably with a face of someone using the actual product. And then furthermore, you're going to be having a video showcasing the product actually being used and how it unboxes, how it fits on, a quick use of it. It could be, once again, a quick 20 to 30 second video of someone using the product. And this is not going to be very expensive to do. Now, in terms of actually getting product pictures priced and specifically how much you're going to be spending on these product pictures, it can really vary. But for a professional product picture, you can be expecting to spend a couple of $100s, and that will really give you in the door and having a very high quality product picture. It doesn't cost, multiple thousands. You shouldn't be spending that much. You should be spending at most a couple of hundreds. And specifically what I like to use and websites that I have used in the past, one is outlinematic.com. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything like that, and you can easily go to Google and just type in, Amazon professional, product pictures, whatever it is, and you can have a whole list of third-party sellers, or not third-party sellers, third-party websites who actually do and specialize in professional product pictures. But once again, I have used this service in the past, and in terms of pricing, once again, it's a couple $100. You can see the all-inclusive package, which is going to be a product insert, a product packaging, as well as if we click learn more, we can see other things. It's been a minute since I used this service, but they have the packaging design, logo design, insert, and then 2 infographics. What we specifically want to be focusing on is the actual pictures themselves. And so they do enhanced brand content, where they're going to take specific pictures for your EBC, and specifically for EBC, this is going to be, if we scroll further down, it's not the first 7 photos, but it's down here in the product description. We see the enhanced brand content, where they do more and more actual lifestyle and more talking about the brand, the actual attributes of the products, the materials used, and just basically how it's going to be a very good fit for you. That's where you do additional selling. But once again, this is further after you have a good product, after you've done all the professional product pictures, and you're actually making money. So now we can invest in getting a trademark, we can invest in doing brand registry, and actually doing further. But to start off, you wouldn't be doing brand registry for your first product unless it actually starts making money. Then you want to move on to that. But once again, they do all of that through Outline-matic. This is one of the websites I have used. But once again, you can even go to Google and find your own professional product pictures. Now, the second website that I have also seeing I haven't used it myself, this is actually where you send your professional product pictures, or this is where you send your actual product into them. They take the picture for you, and then they are actually going to send you the picture back via email or whatever it is. For Outline-matic, you have to do a bit more work. I think for me specifically, we had to give them a lot more details. We even had to send them specific screenshots of our picture. This is where you actually send the actual product into them, and they are going to do everything for you. And once again, it is also very affordable. This is productphotography.com. I have personally not used this service, but I know people who have. And once again, you can easily see that they have very high quality work. But once again, do your own research and figure out a website that you feel comfortable with. These are just ones that I have heard about, and obviously Outline-matic I've used myself. With all that being said, you should be spending money on professional product pictures. You should not be spending, getting, hundreds and hundreds of units, thousands of units, and then just doing, crappy product pictures. Now, can you take product pictures yourself? Yes, you definitely can. And I will show you guys exactly how to do that. But really quickly, I want to stress that I'd rather see you guys spend less on units, more on product pictures, or maybe you order 50, 100 less units, but you have professional product pictures done. And so with those few units, they're going to sell out faster. Your listing's going to get in the algorithm. And when you reorder bigger and bigger, you're already setting the groundwork, and you already put the framework with the professional product pictures in place so that you're actually selling. As opposed to having a bunch of units, you have okay product pictures, and then everyone else gets clicks except you. And so you never sell out of those units. That is very important that we're spending money into these product pictures, or doing a very, very good job ourselves if we can do that. Now, me personally, I'm not too good with cameras and all that, so I have outsourced this work. And once again, it is paid off dividends, because once you see a very high quality image, it gets clicks and you get sales. Now, when taking pictures yourself, you want to have a very high quality camera. You want to be having a Sony or a Canon, whatever it is, the highest camera that you possibly have or can afford. You want to be using that. Or you could also be using an iPhone, preferably 12 or plus, because those are the newer ones. Cameras are better. But obviously, the better camera you have, the better your pictures are actually going to turn out. But once again, if you're spending, a couple $100s on a camera, you also could just be, getting your products pictures taken professionally by someone who actually does it. But if you already have a good camera, or if you already have a good camera phone that you're comfortable with, then what we're going to be using is a 3-point light system, where you have a light in the back, a light to the side, and a light to right here. And so you're going to have a white background, obviously. It can either be from above or from the front, depending on what kind of product you have, but you're going to be essentially taking a picture from right here, and you have lighting here, here, and obviously in the back, so that there's not any shadows. Now, specifically if your product's flat, obviously it's not going to be shadow. You probably won't need the backlight, but if your product's taller or whatever, you're probably going to want that backlight. You're going to be using it depending on your product. And specifically, once these product pictures are taken, what we also could do is use an app called Photo Room. Now, this is a specific app that I use where you can actually get a picture taken. Let's say you take it on a black background or something else. It will basically get the outline and put the entire picture that you have of the product on a white background in photo room. It's a very simple to use app. I use it all the time. It's very convenient. So with that being said, you can get, let's say you use a white background, you can even get the picture wider. And so once again, you want to have the widest background for Amazon along with your first product picture and the main innovation that you're trying to show. And so you may have to use Photoshop. You could use also PicMonkey. That's also what I have been using. And so you can add text. You can add, preferably not add text because Amazon doesn't really like you to have text on your first product picture, but you can add other little graphics that can really, shed light on whatever you're trying to do for your first product picture. Now, once again, I would advise that you guys actually utilize product picture services because it could also be very time consuming, and unless you're actually really knowing that you're going to get a professional product picture, which you definitely could be getting if you're actually skilled, but me personally, I just outsource it. And so even when you take your picture, you still should probably put it into Photoshop and change the the hues, the temperature, the saturation, whatever it is, to really get a very professional and almost unrealistic first version of that product picture. You really want to be playing around with it and not just going off of, okay, I got a picture, now let's post it up online. No, you want to be taking time. And let's say you are not skilled with the camera. I'm not personally. What I would recommend to you is to actually outsource it, because once again, it's a couple $100, and so this is really going to be very beneficial for your business, and it is a very well investment spent. Now, when it comes to actually getting your videos created, if you're camera shy, what you can actually utilize, or if you're not good on camera, what you can utilize is actually using YouTube, targeting micro influencers, sending your product to them for, maybe 20, 50, $100, and really getting a very good video, whether it's 20, 30 seconds from them, a specific niche that I can think of off the top of my head. I've been into electric scooters, and so if we type in electric scooter, I know there's going to be a ton of electric scooters. I know there's going to be a ton of micro influencers who have 10,000 subscribers or less, who are going to be willing to actually do a quick video for 50, $100, whatever it is, for a very low price. They're already comfortable on camera, and so they can get you a very good video for pretty cheap. And so once again, you want to just target someone like this person, or obviously you want to look at them. Tech Bang, he might be able to do it for cheap, but you want to be, really doing your research right here. RK9 Rise, 10,000 subscribers. And so you just basically contact as many as you can that are smaller, preferably micro, because if you target someone who has 100, 200K, they're going to be charging a lot of money because their time is worth more money than someone who has, 5K, 10K, 1K, whatever it is. You want to target micro influencers and really get your specific product specifications, what you want to have them cover in the video, how you want to showcase your product. Give them a clear outline, and they will give you a very good video for the low. Now, with all this being said, you want to be making sure that you're actually getting professional product pictures crafted, and that you're spending time and money into these pictures, because these are going to be the main reason why you ever get clicks, and furthermore, why you actually take your customer through the entire process of how to use your product, why they need it, and ultimately buying your product. That's very important. And if you are not keeping that at the forefront of product picture crafting, and when you're making your product pictures, and you are leaving money on the table, and you're not doing the best job actually marketing your product and marketing your innovation and why people should buy from you. Now, if you got any value out of this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe down below, because I release multiple step-by-step videos at home with me every single week. And with all this being said, I will see you guys in the next video.